have a very special story to share with you today, but first, I have to put on my storytelling hat. Okay. This story is called For Each a Hat. Matty Matter the Hatter believes that for every person, there's the perfect hat, and for every hat, the perfect person. The trouble is, most people don't know which hats are right for them, and they end up walking around with mismatched, unhappy hats on their heads. Matty Matter the Hatter knows hats better than she knows anything else in the world, and she believes that hats know exactly which people they should belong to. But hats are secretive. They don't just jump off the shelf onto an unsuspecting person's head. No. A hat relies on its distinct personality to attract the proper owner. And the happiest of hats have personalities that match their owners exactly. Matty Matter the Hatter always tells her customers that a sure way of knowing that your hat is happy with you is if you're able to find it after a year or so. If your hat is unhappy, it might get lost in a closet, or blow away in the wind, or arrange to get sat on. Some mismatched hats go to extreme measures to get away from the wrong people, but most often they simply disappear. Now, one day, a very quiet, shy young woman tiptoed into Matty Matter the Hatter's hat shop. She glided silently over to the triangular hats and selected a plain one like this. She put it on her head and it slid down over her eyes. "This is the hat for me," she whispered. And it was. Now another day, a little boy carrying a fishing rod rushed in and darted from shelf to shelf until his eyes lit upon a wide-brimmed straw hat like this. "My mom says I have to wear a hat to keep the sun out, or she won't let me go fishing. What do you think of this one?" "Just right," said Matty Matter the Hatter. And it was. Now, 5 minutes later, a taller boy carrying a fishing rod came into Matty's shop. "My mom says I need a hat like my little brother's, or she won't let me go fishing. But I don't want it to get mixed up with his." "No problem," said Matty. She took a wide-brimmed straw hat down from the shelf, turned it over, and folded down the back side like this. "Now you have a visor on your hat." "Oh, will it bring me good luck fishing?" "I believe it will," said Matty Matter the Hatter. And it did. Now another day there was a great boom of thunder, and a sudden unexpected downpour of rain caught everyone without their umbrellas. A very flustered woman with big curls and wet newspaper draped over those curls huffed into the shop. "My new hairdo will be ruined in the rain. Please help me," she said as she picked gobs of wet newspaper out of her big curls. "No problem," said Matty. She took a visor fishing hat down from the shelf and she folded it in half like this. "Oh, don't worry about the rain, dear. Just cover your curls with this nice rain bonnet." "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is just what I need to get my new hairdo home safely." And it was. Now, after stopped raining, the sky did not lighten as usual, but it stayed very dark and gloomy. Maddie looked out the window and said, "Oh, I don't like the looks of that sky. I think I'll close up the shop early today and go home." Just as she was about to lock the front door, a gnarled green hand with thick yellow claws gripped the door and shoved it open. The longest, greenest, most crooked nose Maddie had ever seen peeked around the doorway. Beady red eyes could barely be seen under a mass of wild purple hair. The creature was dressed in rags and carried a jagged old broomstick. "I need a new hat," hissed the witch. Maddie could not think of one hat in her entire shop that would want to go home with a witch, but she always tried to please her customers, no matter who they were. "How about this nice rain bonnet? Oh, I've sold dozens of them already today, and it looks like we might be in for more rain." "No!" hissed the witch. "I need a pointed crooked hat to match my pointed crooked nose." "Well, all right. I believe I can make you a crooked hat, but I must warn you, my hats are very picky, and if they do not like you, they will find a way to leave you." "I know!" screeched the witch. "What do you think happened to all of my other hats?" Maddie took a rain bonnet down from the shelf, and she folded up the straps like this to make a pointed crooked hat to match the witch's pointed crooked nose. Well, the witch snatched the hat with her yellow claws, crammed it over her wild purple hair, jumped on her broomstick. "This looks just right," she screeched as she zoomed out the door. But it wasn't just right, because as the witch was flying up over the shop and was about to disappear into a mysterious dark cloud, the most amazing thing happened. The hat sprouted wings and a beak like this. And it flew away off the witch's head and back to the rooftop of Maddie Matter the Hatter's hat shop. And the hat bird stayed on the roof there for, about a week, looking down at all the people below. And it must have found just the right person to go home with, because one day it just suddenly disappeared, never to be seen again. So you see, for every person, there's the perfect hat, and for every hat, the perfect person. The end.